Muhammad Ashraf Rogah, commonly known as Rogah. He was less than 18 years old by a few months when the events of this issue happened. In 2035, he is set to complete his sentence for one of the dirtiest crimes you might hear about in your lifetime. In 2019, in Egypt, specifically in the Munufiyah Governorate, Rogah, a young man from a respectable family, mostly of whom work in the field of education. However, what's strange was that Rogah himself had no connection to either morals or education. He lived his life as a thug, surrounded by friends who were mostly criminals and thugs just like him. Rogah had numerous relationships with girls, and his entire life revolved around creating trivial videos on social media and engaging in drug use. Strangely, despite all of this and his criminal persona, many girls admired him for being a bold young man, from their perspective of course, believing that no one could restrain him. Rogah also had issues with many people because he didn't respect anyone older or even younger than him. And whenever he got into a conflict, his family intervened to resolve it, often by paying a sum of money to the other party's family to avoid involving the police and reporting their son Rogah. During 2019, Rogah met a girl living in a house nearby his and became involved with her, and he promised her that she would be the only one in his life, assuring he wouldn't know any other girl at all. The girl trusted him, until one day her close friend named Rawna informed her that Rogah knew many girls besides her. And also Rawna claimed to have several photos proving her statement, causing the girl great sadness. So she contacted Rogah and relayed everything Rawna told her, and Rogah listened, defending himself and apologizing until he knew the crucial information he desired: the identity of her friend who had photos of him with various girls in different places. Upon discovering that the girl was Rawna, who was residing in the same area as Rogah and having a previous relationship with him that didn't continue due to Rawna's mother's initial disapproval, Rogah decided to wait for Rawna to come out of her house onto the street in front of her home and intended to take her phone and delete all the pictures of him on it, ensuring there would be no evidence of his betrayal to any girl he might entangle in his love trap in the future. And indeed, with audacity and a complete lack of manners, Rogah confronted Rawna in the street, assaulted her, and forcibly took her phone and deleted all the pictures. This happened in front of all the passers-by, without anyone intervening to help Rawna, as they were all well aware that Rogah was a depraved person who feared no one. After hitting her, taking her phone, and deleting all the photos from it, Rogah threatened Rawna that if she reported him to the police, he would throw burning water on her face. Meanwhile, Mahmoud al-Banna, a person known for his decency and integrity, was standing witness. Mahmoud was 17 years old and a high school student who was acknowledged for his good morals, upbringing, and the kindness of his family. Upon witnessing what was happening to Rawna before him, Mahmoud decided to approach Rogah and ordered him to leave her alone. Mahmoud also emphasized that it was neither ethical nor manly to mistreat and hit a girl in such a manner. And because Rogah did not anticipate anyone intervening or stopping him from mistreating Rawna in the street, he became flustered and didn't respond to Mahmoud al-Banna, and he allowed the girl to continue walking on her way. However, he was angered by Mahmoud because Mahmoud's act made him feel humiliated despite having managed to delete all the pictures from Rawna's phone. A few hours later, Mahmoud al-Banna posted a story on Instagram stating that the true man would never insult any girl or a woman under any circumstances. He also added hashtags related to this topic and shared it. A few hours after Mahmoud al-Banna uploaded the story, a member of Rogah's gang informed him about it. Rogah, upon seeing it, he immediately realized that all the words written by Mahmoud al-Banna were directed towards him. Consequently, at 2 a.m., Ragah and his gang decided to send a message to Mahmoud, informing him that they were waiting outside his house to confront him about the story he had written about Ragah. When Mahmoud didn't leave his house nor respond to Ragah's message, Ragah devised a plan to murder Mahmoud with the assistance of the gang members and his friends. They began preparing weapons for the act, including a solution of chili pepper in a spray bottle to be sprayed into Mahmoud's eyes, as well as 2 knives. Subsequently, Ragah sent a voice message to Mahmoud, threatening him with murder and warning him that anyone bothers or confronts Ragah will face the same fate, death. Unfortunately, I can't display here any part of this message that Ragah sent to Mahmoud al-Banna due to its rude content. However, it's available on YouTube if you search for it in Arabic. 2 days after Ragah sent the voice message to Mahmoud al-Banna, Ragah along with 4 of his friends orchestrated an attack. One of them focused on securing an escape route. Another launched the assault on Mahmoud, restraining him, and the third sprayed the chili pepper solution into Mahmoud's eyes, and Ragah viciously beat him until he collapsed on the ground, continuing to kick him with his legs. Despite a momentary escape attempted by Mahmoud, they managed to catch him again, and Ragah proceeded to stab Mahmoud multiple times across his body, resulting in his immediate death. This all unfolded in plain view of many onlookers, yet there was no attempt from them to intervene and rescue Mahmoud from Ragah and his gang. After Ragah and his friends did all that to Mahmoud, they fled the scene immediately, while people on the street rushed Mahmoud to the hospital and notified his family. But unfortunately, Mahmoud had already died before reaching the hospital. Due to the severity of the incident, videos of Mahmoud's ordeal circulated on social media, including one where he attempted to escape from Ragah but was unsuccessful, having been sprayed with pepper spray in his eyes, impairing his vision. This case evolved into a major public outcry, capturing the attention of both the Egyptian and the Arab populations. Everyone followed the latest developments in this issue, and many people from various Egyptian provinces attended Mahmoud's funeral, even naming a nearby mosque after him. This impact of this issue resonated throughout the Middle East. Shortly after, the police arrested Ragah and all the members of his gang, leading to a trial in one of the largest public opinion courts. After gathering evidence, eyewitnesses, testimonies, and surveillance footage, the case was classified as a deliberate murder. Normally, the Egyptian law would prescribe the death penalty for all the members of the gang. However, since Ragah and his friends were not of legal age for the death penalty, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison, while his friends received 10 years in prison, all accompanied by hard labor. And as usual, see you in the next video.